first. Your face.
Your face.
Your face still came over. What is going on, guys? We are talking Game of Thrones. Eastwatch. Game of Thrones. We're talking Game of Thrones, Eastwatch. So there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this podcast, aka video, because we're going to be breaking down what happened last night. And right off the bat, we're not joined with Taylor this time because she's out of town. She'll be with us next week. So we're doing this. It's me, Super Nerd 81, once again. So we are going to talk every single little detail about last night's episode and maybe predict some things in the future. Also go back to what I said in the previous podcast we did for the other Game of Thrones video. But right off the bat, I'm going to let you know, Super Nerd, I think this was my favorite episode of the season, season so far. What did you think?
Oh man, dude, this episode was amazing. So many people coming together, so many people showing up. What a certain someone does, just
Well, spoilers. There's spoilers. Spoilers at this point.
What Sam does at the end, I was just like, what? Because he didn't want to give that up.
And he missed it right there too. Talking about Sam. Sam, you know what? It was very subtle in this episode, but this was a Sam kind of episode because I feel bad for Sam. In this episode, not only does his father die, but his brother dies as well.
Yeah, that was crazy, and he doesn't know that yet. The Archmage never told him yet. He's a good lad. I'll tell him when I when I get around to it.
When the time comes. I mean, that Meister seems to be a little bit more lenient towards Sam, especially just punishing him, not kicking him out when Sam disobeyed. But Sam, when Tilly was reading off, all this old Meisters who. This old Meister who died, who recorded everything.
Yeah,
she was reading off some of the Rhaegar stuff about the old marriage of his marriage, and then going to what we all presume, and we all pretty sure it's 100% pretty much confirmed already. John's mom.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It talked a lot about that, and then it's just they had that, then they had the whole, just like I said, people coming together. The one thing that I was really confused on, I know they said it, blacksmith he went to go get. Who is he? I know they said it, but it just didn't click for me.
That's Baratheon's bastard.
Oh, got it.
The Christian Bale looking motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought it was Christian Bale at first.
We were watching it, and I was like, shit, that's Christian Bale right there. Yeah. Look just like Christian Bale.
I'm all like, man, they got Christian Bale to be on here. Shit.
That's good casting right there. He's
that's
crazy.
A choice.
he's a crazy motherfucker. You got Batman in Game of Thrones.
Also, he loves anime too.
That is true. So does Leo.
Yep.
So that's Baratheon's bastard, Giandri, or however you say his name. He, of course, last time we saw him, he was rowing the boat, and Davos, Taylor pointed this out, made a little joke when they finally reunited, and he's like, "Oh, I thought you were still rowing your little boat." I love Davos in this episode. I think Davos was the bright, shining spot. And of course, there's a lot of things to talk about in this episode, but I'll go to Davos. I think Davos was awesome in here. He says "fuck" like 2 times in this episode.
I've always liked Davos as a character. He plays that wise old man so well. He even says, "I'm not a fighter." Like if something happens, I can't protect you. And but I just love that he's always been that wise old man. He's always been that. That voice of reasoning, that voice of wisdom that people need in a crisis, and I love Davos as a character. Honestly, I think he's done really well.
Yeah, he's hands down one of my favorite characters. Especially, I did think he kind of. I'm surprised he doesn't hold too much more of a grudge towards Tyrion, because Tyrion, when that little scene when they reached what's it called, Westeros, or where Cersei and all them are. I'm surprised that he doesn't hold too much of a grudge because he said, like, you know, Tyrion, well, when he gets back, he's like, oh, last time I was here, I killed my father with a crossbow.
Yeah.
And then Davos like, well, last time I was here, you killed my son with wildfire.
I like that little banter that they had between each other. Like they were just like, say, last time I was here, I did something bad. Well, you killed my son, but you know what? We're still doing something for the greater good. We put our differences aside. We gotta fight the White Walkers that are coming.
Yeah,
that's what I love about it.
I love how you point that out because I think this episode 2 was all about banter. Yeah. I think it was a great banter, great dialogue. It was a lot of callbacks from the beginning of beginning of the whole start. I mean, I love the bromance that just happened right away between Jon and Baratheon's bastard Gendry or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I liked how he was just straight up truthful in that one. He just like he was what's his name was just telling him that Davos? You're this. Yeah, Davos was just telling him that you're a simple person, that you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, and then he goes up to Jon and says, I'm his bastard, and then is like, he didn't hold anything back. He's not lying to him right off the bat, which is really, really good, and that's how they were able to have that bromance because he didn't lie to him. He just told him.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He's like, "Oh, our fathers hadn't, they trusted each other. Why can't we trust each other?" I love, and then it's harkened back, man. Exactly. When Jon was like, I've seen this episode like multiple times already. Jon says like, last time I met your father, you're a lot thinner than him, and then he goes back, well, you're a lot shorter than your father, and then just Jon gives a little smirk, and it's a great little relationship that's building. I love it. It reminds me of Robert Downey Jr. and what's his name, Mark Ruffalo, Hulk and Iron Man. It reminds me of that kind of relationship, just automatic spark.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
And the banter when I met was like, that's the same kind of banter that Ned and Robert had, Robert, when he met Ned, and Ned's like, oh, you gotten fat, so that's the same banter. And a lot of people pointed out that even when Jon was leaving until Daenerys, I wish you well with all the many wars and battles you're gonna, fight. That's also reminiscing of, I believe, somebody said that in early on seasons as well, or the first season of Game of Thrones as well. So there's a lot of callbacks. There's a lot of banters going on. There's a lot of great dialogue in this episode, I felt like. But there's a lot of just those callbacks, or it brings a smile to a lot of the Game of Thrones people's face because it's kind of like repeating itself. It's poetry. It's symmetry. So like,
I just loved all the banter. And then in the beginning, when Jamie got pulled out of the water, I love that, like between that one guy and he tells him like, he's all like, no one kills you. Like, I'm not, Dragon's not gonna kill you, neither is this person gonna kill you. I'm gonna be able to kill you if you don't pay me up. And then he's all like, well, if you want to fight, jump back in the lake then.
yeah, I love Bronn. Bronn is awesome. There's a lot of great just secondary characters, but they're all very treated with love and care. Bronn, James like, I gotta tell Cersei, we gotta be prepared for Daenerys and stuff. He's like, you gotta tell her, you gotta like be prepared and stuff. And quick little fact that the actor who plays Bronn and the woman who plays Cersei, those two actually used to be lovers in real life, and they cannot stand each other right now, so they can't be in the same scene with each other. So if you ever wondered why Bronn is never with Jaime and Cersei in a whole scene together, the crew, the director, the actors said they're not supposed to be in a scene together because it'll be all hell breaks loose.
That's pretty good then. That's really good of them to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. So let's get to the big thing about this episode and thinking. So breaking down the episode, it was a lot of things intertwining. It was a lot of things of, with Baratheon's son coming back. There's also the legitimacy of Jon actually being Targaryen even more. Him petting Drogo embracing Jon.
Yeah. When I saw that scene, I was like, "Oh man, he's gonna snap at him. He's gonna snap at him, watching, and he's gonna scare him." And then Daenerys was waiting for it. She was waiting for him that he was gonna snap at him, or if Jon was gonna cower away. She was waiting to see that.
Yeah. Daenerys was very like, she was like, oh shit, you know, he's gonna get eaten right now. But that wasn't the case. I really did. I love that scene though. It really reminded me of How to Train a Dragon 2 a lot. Especially with the, you know, Jon was Hiccup at that point though, like touching Toothless. It really reminiscent of that. I really did love that scene though. I really liked how that all played out, and it really just really, I mean, it's at this point, you know, Jon is Targaryen. I think we all know this. Jon's Targaryen, unless they throw a crazy ass twist. I think they already confirmed that he's Targaryen. So it's just when is everybody going to know that he's going to be Targaryen. I'm hoping that nobody finds out he is Targaryen. I'm hoping that you know, Bran knows, and I hope Jon tells Bran, just keep it to yourself. You know, I'm not, because Jon in this episode, it was Jon's episode. It was Jon's episode for sure. He really felt like a king. He talked like a king. He's the type of person that would tell Bronn, like, I'm not Targaryen. I am Stark. I was raised by Ned. I was, you know, you're my brother. I don't care what, you know, bloodlines, this and that. We are brothers. I am a Stark, or I am a bastard, but I am part of the, you know, Winterfell. Winterfell is my home. So in this episode, watching this episode, I think looking at it more and more, seeing the madness that the Mad Queen a little bit come out of Daenerys when she did said either bend the knee or be executed, which I'll get to that in a moment. But seeing Jon and what his different ways of thinking, and with other than Daenerys, even with Jon, going back and watching the episodes where, you know, Sansa was kind of like over, like talking when Jon was making a claim and stuff, and Sansa's like, no, you shouldn't be doing that way. It's more and more seems like that Jon is fit really to be king. I mean, because he is absolutely killing it when it comes to what he has to do and how he does things to gain loyalty. But there is also a little bit of rebellion, not a rebellion, but a little crackle in Winterfell when people are saying they should have chose Sansa over Jon. But Jon is actually doing what's right now, because, you know, he's getting dragon glass. He's mining that dragon glass. So I think in this episode, really, Jon shined the hell out of this episode.
Yeah, I agree too. And the one thing that I was gonna say is I don't think it's Bran. I don't think it's Bran at all. It's that one previous three-eyed raven, and he's just like using like Bram, you know, his stature. And so you know, like, because he's very cold to Sansa, and I mean, if you've been gone for a long time, seeing your brother, wouldn't you embrace him? Like, you know, now I've seen what's been going on, and I know everything already. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, your emotions will take over, and your emotions will like embrace your brother or sister that you haven't seen in years. You know.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I had a feeling of that too. I had a feeling of, you know, Bran there might be two people in one body, aka Piccolo and Nail.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say this though, in this episode, I noticed, I don't know if it was the acting wise or whatever, there was a little bit of finally emotion in Bran in this episode when he did see the Night King and his army, and you see like Bran just like, we need a crow, we need to warn Jon like now. Like you saw the hurriness of his of the actor's expression, the fear. Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm on the same boat with you. I have a little feeling that it might not be all Bran because of what's your name telling Bran like you died in that cave that day.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? But Bran he knows a lot. He gave the dagger to Arya for a reason. I think Arya. Arya to protect her, but not only that, to probably kill Littlefinger in the very end.
Dude, I was so like, speaking really quick about Arya.
Let's jump right into Arya.
I was so disappointed with Arya because she was. I think she bit off a little bit more than she could chew. She has skill. She has skill, but she's dealing with someone who has more skill, who has major skill, and that is Littlefinger. This dude knows how to sneak. This dude knows how to connive. The guy knows. He basically wrote the book on Westeros on how to sneak and connive. When I was watching it just a couple minutes ago, I was just going, Arya, you're dumb. You're dumb. He knows you're there. He knows you're looking. This is Littlefinger. You know, he knows already. He's like 10 steps ahead of you before you're the one, and you're thinking this little badass assassin trying to get, you know, like some info that he knows already. He knows you're doing it.
I will say though, watching it a couple times, I think Arya knew that Littlefinger was watching her. I think so.
You think?
I think that the cunning, Littlefinger thought he was playing her, but she's actually playing him, because I think Arya's skills of, I mean, I think she's better than that at this point. I think she's smarter than that. I mean, even when that conversation with her and Sansa, she knew, like she's like, she knows what Sansa's thinking. Like, she's smarter than that. She's more. And then her hiding skills are better than that, I'm hoping, because she looked like she was like in daylight, man. I was like, dude, I could see you, Arya. You're not, you're not Ben Affleck Batman like, right now.
Yeah, she wasn't like fully against the wall or fully hidden. She was right there on the corner.
Yeah, like, yeah, like I could, like, I'm pretty sure Littlefinger could see your ass. But
I know.
I think in the long run, I think Arya wanted Littlefinger to, like, I think she is playing him still. I think she knows that Littlefinger did that on purpose to go hide the note, and he's gonna probably stay there and watch her. I think Arya's a little bit smarter than that. Do you know what that little note said?
That wasn't that the note to no, I do. I'm not gonna even make an assumption. I don't even know.
So I went back and I read up on what did that note say, because it said King Joffrey and it said like things here and there, and it is actually the note that remember back in it when Ned was being trialed, and Sansa, the reason she lived, and a lot of people were trying, like, somebody was, I think it was Tyrion or somebody was saying, like, show mercy to her. So basically that was the note that back in the season 1, I believe season 1 or season 2, where they forced her in distress to write to Robb to come to King's Landing, bend the knee, stop being hostile towards, let's keep the Lannister and Starks kind of going, the two houses and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So they're pretty much it was pretty much that note where Sansa was kind of saying, like, I'm doing the Lannisters are keeping me good, I'm doing fine, please, father is being, Joffrey is the rightful heir of the king, but father is doing this and that, come to King's Landing.
Oh yeah, okay, now I remember. Okay,
so that's what Littlefinger got. That's what Littlefinger got, and of course Littlefinger wanted Arya to get that, so he could pin Arya and Sansa against each other. However, either Arya knows that he's doing that, because I think Arya is a little bit more smarter than that, especially what she's been through. And I think Sansa's smarter than that at this point, because she knows Littlefinger's games. Even if Arya doesn't know what's going on, Bran's going to tell him. Bran is still there. I think Littlefinger doesn't know about Bran's abilities. I don't think a lot of people know. So he's fucked. He's fucked either way. Littlefinger is fucked either way. He's going to die at the end of the season. I guarantee it. He's done.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
What did you think about Arya and Sansa's scene together, though?
I think that Arya doesn't know what she's getting into. This is me personally thinking. I think that Arya is she wants things. She wants things to go back to the way they were, like with because Sansa staying in her father and mother's room, and she basically told her, like, I don't think you should be queen, because you still, you want all the nice things in life still. Basically telling her, like, keeping her straight, basically. Because like with Sansa, I think she gets her head filled too much with all this. Like, oh, you should be queen. You should be queen. Then she starts thinking, maybe I should still be queen. Maybe I should be queen. Because Jon's not here. He's not doing it. I'm doing all the heavy work, keeping her grounded. Like keeping her like, hey, you're not queen. Like Jon is king of the North. They made him king. They want him queen. You're just a sit-in right now. And I think that's what Arya's doing.
Yeah, Arya's definitely questioning Sansa's loyalty.
Yeah, definitely. Because John's the king. John knows what he's doing, but Sansa's just too involved with the politics. She's too political at this point. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I will say though, I'll give Sansa some credit. Like, I still hate Sansa at this point. She's so stupid and so like I get it. You know, she's been through a lot of shit. She's gotten a little. She's gotten better. She's gotten better as a
Yeah.
character, but I
Yeah, she has.
still hate the way she acts so bratty and just like she doesn't
Yeah.
understand. She makes sense in some aspects of her dialogue and some things that she says, but sometimes she just doesn't understand what true kind of what
Well,
truly to be a honest and kind king, even though she doesn't know the balance of it all.
you
So
just said it right there. You just hit the nail on the head. She's bratty. She doesn't know anything really about ruling or anything about like that. She's just playing it as she sees fit.
yeah, but I will give her this. When Arya was talking to Sansa about like why don't you just behead him? Why don't you just behead the people who are take their armies, this and that? And
Yeah.
Sansa made a great point. I think Sansa's learning from Jon as well that no, beheading and all that stuff is fun and all that stuff, like whatever to you, but we need these people. We need to work together. We took Winterfell back. The wildlings took it back. The Mormonts took it back. We took it back. We need to still be together. We do not need to punish everybody. We need everybody to be as one, even though Arya countered with like, so if Jon doesn't come back, you can have, an army, you can have all your loyalists and stuff. But all in all, Sansa's doing what she's doing right now is doing a good job. She's still keeping everybody level-headed a little bit. She's still preparing. She's actually helping prepare for this big war that Jon has been speaking of. A lot of people, she doesn't, as much as people are questioning stuff in Winterfell, Jon made the right move of going to Daenerys because now he's mining dragonglass. It would be nice if they send a raven or a crow to tell the people, like, hey, Jon's mining the dragonglass right now, so he broke through a little bit. So that's kind of stupid on that part, like how nobody knows that he's doing that, even though Bran is able to deliver a message to Jon. I think there's a lot of stupid things happening in the season so far. I think there's a lot of things that are kind of like, okay, that doesn't make sense. And I still think the pacing is very off in the season because, let's go to the War Council meeting. So in a War Council meeting, this whole time, what is this? The fifth episode? Fifth episode. The whole time, right? Daenerys is saying, no, I need to go defeat Cersei. Enough of this Night King. I'll let you mind the dragonglass, Jon, but no, we need to go take out Cersei. And so far, Daenerys has done it. Daenerys has destroyed a lot. Even Jaime's told Cersei, like, hey, we're not going to win this war. She has that one dragon did this. She has 3.
Yeah.
So Daenerys almost has checkmate. Okay. So the thing is, though, in that War Council meeting, Jon finds out that Bran is alive and Arya's alive. And then Daenerys goes, I'm happy for you. And Jon is just kind of still looking like gloomy. And she's like, oh, you're not happy. And Jon is like, because Bran has seen the Night King making his way to the Eastwatch, or the Eastwatch.
Eastwatch,
the wall. Of the wall. So all of a sudden, now they're starting to plan for the Night King and the people. Now Daenerys is like, oh, well, Jon's like, I need to go home. And Daenerys is saying, or I need to go home. And Daenerys says, you say you don't have enough men. And then Jon's tells her like, well, it doesn't matter. I need to be there prepared. Like, it doesn't, I'll fight him unless you want to help. Unless you want to help. And then Daenerys, of course, says, I can't. If I leave, then Cersei will come and take over this land. And then, it's I'm almost there. I almost got checkmate. I don't know what the hell happened. I really do think they needed a couple episodes to really stretch out that the swaying of Daenerys to
Yeah.
to have Jon go get the White Walkers.
This is what Daenerys needs to do. This is really quick. This is what she needs to do. Just send a damn dragon.
Yes.
That's all she needs to do.
That's all she needs to do is send the damn dragon or go herself real quick.
Yeah.
And then have Jon and everybody stay.
Mhm.
A stupid plan, right? Stupid plan that Tyrion makes up, even though he's the smartest man alive. But what's dumb and it's sad to see it because I don't understand why if HBO didn't make more episodes of the season, because now Daenerys, Tyrion, Jorah, who's back, whatever.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about him. Yeah,
I'll get to him in a minute.
Yeah,
they're all there, right? They're all there, and now and Varys or whatever his name is. Now they're all like, okay, we need to tell Cersei. We need to we need proof for her. So we need a White Walker alive.
Yeah.
So it just switches. It just switches. And now instead of Daenerys go, no, bend the knee, gotta go get Cersei. No, she's like, oh, well, how are we gonna get a White Walker? She's never gonna believe that. Like, it just switched so drastically, to where Daenerys is like, okay, let's go get a White Walker. No, let's not, go ahead. Let's get that. Like, the pacing is so off. The pacing is so off. That scene, that whole debate, whether to go and get proof or even to even make a little pact with Cersei. That needs to be a couple episodes longer. That needs to be a back and forth struggle. Like, I'm almost got Cersei in my hands, but maybe the White Walker is real. Like, there was just not enough of a motivation for Daenerys to go let's hold off the Cersei attack and let's go and straight out to those White Walkers, because the whole damn time she said she just has been trying to convince Jon, bend the knee, and she's been just trying to defeat Cersei. But now they're having a little pact, which I said was going to happen. I said that a couple episodes ago. That it was going to happen, that they were going to have Cersei help them out against the Night King and the White Walkers, and then everybody's going to fight for the throne after they defeat the White Walkers. But the pacing is just
I honestly think that what's his name being there changes her mind a lot, because she has feelings towards him. What's his name? I can never remember his name.
Gerard.
I think with him being there, she's starting to she's starting to see things more clearly. She's starting to, because she'll listen to him, because they're in love with each other. Well, he's in love with her.
Don't get it wrong, man.
She's in love with him.
Hard. Friend zone still hard. All right, it's still a friend zone thing.
He's still in the friend zone. But the friend zone has the ear of the queen, and so I just think when he said, "I'll go," he's all like, and then she's just like, "If he'll go, then this must be real," because he's gonna go.
But before that, they already agreed to do this. So I don't think he has too much of a sway towards her. But I will say, going get into the romance thing, this episode confirmed one thing. Confirmed one thing for sure, that you're gonna see some aunt and nephew booty. You're gonna see some aunt and nephew booty getting it on. Daenerys, I've seen a lot of comments and stuff saying the pacing's off on this relationship, which I don't. Yes, I would have liked it a little bit more lengthier, a little bit more of time of those two to grow together, but there's a great chemistry just with those two, with Kit Harington and Emilia Clarke. I think there's fantastic. I think the scenes that what they're in is absolutely fantastic, but it confirmed with me that scene that you're talking about. When Jorah says I'll go, like you said, and give me the look that Daenerys gives when Jorah says that.
Just give me that look.
So she's worried. She's like, oh my God, you're gonna go. You just came back to me, and then Jon goes yeah, but the wildlings and or Davos is like, the wildlings are not gonna follow you, and Jon goes, they won't have to. And then that little music starts playing, and then it goes to Davos' face, and then it goes straight to Daenerys' face, and Daenerys goes, I haven't gave you permission yet. And John's like, excuse me, my grace. I don't need your permission. Like that look alone was telling me like, yep, Daenerys is in love, in fact, with Jon Snow. John, I don't think he's quite there yet because he doesn't look back when he takes that boat out in the little ocean.
Yeah.
But hands down, John and Daenerys are going to, at least they're going to hook up. They're definitely going to hook up. I think Daenerys is already in love with John, and shit, who want to be in love with this guy? This guy says everything right, and he seems to sway a lot of women in a cave. So,
oh yeah, that's right, he does. Hey, let's talk about Tyrion and Jaime meeting again, because I think that's a really good scene right there. I liked it when he went to he finally went to back to King's Landing, and that's when they had that little banter. But then or whatever his name is, tells Jaime, "Oh, we're gonna go do some sparring in the cave down there." When, in fact, he told because he's loyal to Tyrion. Him and Tyrion got along great. They did their whole when they were doing the whole thing in episode 3 or season 3. And so like he would do anything for Tyrion. Mm-hmm. So he arranged that meeting, and you see the emotion that Jaime's going through. He's going through like such emotion, like my sister's kind of going crazy, but yet I love her, so I'm going to stay with her. But my brother, he wants something of me, and I'm supposed to kill him if I see him. And so like, they had that talk. He did listen to him. He went to go tell Cersei, but Cersei's all, oh, dude, just Cersei alone with her, just her coldness, her like calmness, her cold and calmness. It's so like, wow, dude. I just love Cersei as a character now because she's just like this going, what do you have to say? And it's just like, just so calm and collected, but yet she's angry on the inside. She's pissed, but she does not show it.
Yeah. And then the major bombshell happens. Where this is where it is. This is Jaime's demise right here, because yes. I think Cersei's lying, but Cersei goes, rubs the stomach, we're having a baby.
That's right. But also another thing is, I know about this. Like I'm gonna be Cersei right now. I know about your meeting. I know what happened. You don't think I don't know what's going on? I know everything. Don't betray me again.
Yeah. And not only that, she's like, oh, are you gonna punish him?
Yeah.
Ron. I'm like, oh
yeah.
that was the real actress though. Like, are you gonna fuck that guy up? Like, come on.
I honestly love Cersei as a character now. I love her calm coldness that she puts out, and it's just like it's just kind of like, I guess you could say in a way kind of inspiring, I guess you could say, because she's just like she's just like, so like, I have all this weight on my shoulders, all this weight, but I'm not going to show them weakness. That I refuse to show them weakness, and that's what she's doing. And dude, honestly, dude, it's pretty inspiring, dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I wish I was like that. I wish I was like had all the weight on my shoulder and just go.
Yeah, I think Cersei's killing it, man. I think the actress is killing it. Lena Headey. Cersei is such a great villainess. Yeah. She's such a great villainess, and the problem is with the Lannisters though, and Jaime has already said it. He's already said it, and even when they hug, and like, when she says, "Don't betray me ever again," you see it in Jaime's eyes. Like, they're done. They're dead. Jaime's going to die, and Cersei is going to die. The House Lannister is going to be gone, because I really think Tyrion is a Targaryen.
You really think Tyrion's a Targaryen?
Yeah. Oh, well, then technically he's part Targaryen and part Lannister. So the only Lannister that will be left is going to be Tyrion, because his dad hated him so much, and it was put so much weight on Jamie. And guess who's and he talked about Lannister legacy, Lannister, how they survive. Guess who's going to be the only survivor? The one son he hates the most, Tyrion.
Yeah,
hands down. Tyrion will, and I think he's part Targaryen for sure. But you're right. Let's go back to the Jamie and Tyrion conversation. I'm going to admit, I think that it was an okay conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I think how people felt when Jon first met Daenerys is how I felt when finally Tyrion meets Jamie. I needed a little bit more of maybe dialogue, or a little bit more of that scene to stretch out a little bit more. I did like the acting of the two actors that are, of course, Peter Dinklage and what's his name? Jamie Lannister. I think Jamie really conveyed his emotions in there.
Yeah.
But I was hoping for just a little bit more, and I think I was hoping for a little bit more better dialogue between the two, even though they were going to get into some emotional stuff, and then like they went straight to business.
Yeah, I really wish that they did the emotional thing, I wish Tyrion was kind of pouring out his heart, like, I didn't kill father, I didn't kill Joffrey, I really wish you would listen to me. And I would, Jamie, of course, getting angry, like telling him you're a liar and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I really wish they had that conversation too. Really wish they had that back and forth, because honestly that would have been like, so like, dude, what's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen? I would have been on the edge of my seat going, oh man, what's gonna happen?
I'm surprised Jamie didn't attack him, but I think Jamie loves Tyrion so much as a brother. It's like, so another stupid thing too, as we're talking about Tyrion and Jamie. So this is why the pacing's really off too, and this is why, like, some of the things. Okay, there's two things that I've noticed so far in the season. One, there is a thing about how when Daenerys and Jon are talking towards when they first meet up, right? And then they're Daenerys tells Jon you could use dragon glass. There's that one scene, and they're talking about her dragons, and she says, I named them after my brothers. They're gone. You had two brothers too, and they're dead, right? So how, like, no, I guess that's not too bad. That's not a bad one. But the next one is, how did I guess what I'm talking about is like Tyrion. So Tyrion, at this point, I think in the beginning of the episode, we saw Jamie and Bronn come out of the water, so they didn't have to. I knew Jamie was alive.
Yeah, Jamie wasn't gonna die yet.
Yeah. So he comes out of the water, this and that. So Tyrion, though, is in the battlefield looking at all the deceased and stuff. So how does Tyrion know that Jamie is alive at that point? And how does he set up that meetup if he doesn't know Jamie is alive?
That's true. That is true. I mean, his horse was disintegrated.
Yeah, like how would he have known that Jamie is alive? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it was in the script.
I guess. Yeah.
But that was a good one.
I guess he felt the Lannister senses. The Lannister senses were going, like Spidey sense. It was going off. He's still alive. He's still alive.
So I think one of the coolest moments too was, so Jon and Gerard, whatever his name is, and Davos and Baratheon's bastard go to the wall. Which, you know what, the time and like I said, the time frame is crazy because they're already at the wall. They're already at the wall. When Bran was already at Winterfell, Arya already got to, this place, that place. Like, the time span is crazy in this season. You really, honestly, you can't think about like how long it's going to take them, one character to get to here, one character to get to here. You just really got to suspend disbelief. So
it's just like in The Hobbit, just like I read, how they go bam, bam, bam. I heard that it took Frodo 6 months just to get to the mountain.
Yeah,
from he was in Mordor, but it took him 6 months to get from where he was captured to the mountain. It took him 6 months to get there. So it's just kind of like that, man. I bet you if you look online, there is a timeline of everything, of how long it takes to get this.
I ain't trying to see that shit.
Yeah. But it'd be kind of interesting, to see, how far is Winterfell from King's Landing, and how far, the wall is from Winterfell,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I thought Bran from Winterfell getting from the wall getting to Winterfell was so quick.
Mhm.
Like I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Um, so what I really loved about though was towards the end, and we see them all go to the wall, and we see them, meet up with the wildling, the guy with the red hair. Love
Oh,
him. I love how he's. Just go ahead, James. I know what you're trying to say.
I love what he said. And the big woman, like he's all hoping that he brought her.
Yeah. John just like laughs his ass off. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this fucking guy. He's so horny
yeah,
for that Brienne."
yeah.
Um,
For Captain Phasma.
for Captain Phasma. But what I loved is how they got the I call them the merry men, but like the Hound and all them. So this is an interesting
Yeah.
group right here. This is a very interesting
Yes, it
group. I mean, when they're all together and you have that shot of all of them going towards, to find this White Walker, to grab a White Walker and bring it back. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna die. I think Jarrell or whatever his name's gonna die. I think you know what? I think the Lord of Light is going to sacrifice himself. The guy who always comes back to life.
The guy with the patch.
Yeah, he's gonna sacrifice himself and he's not gonna be brought back to life because the guy who drinks a lot, he's going to die. I think these men, their fates are sealed. I think they're dead. I think the Hound is gonna survive, of course.
Yeah.
But I think the other men who the band of bandits, or whatever you call them, they're dead.
Yeah.
They're goners. They're done. I think they're dead. But I really like this core group, and especially with John coming back to life now, you're going to have that conversation with him and the eye patch man, and it's going to be an interesting conversation because I went back and I watched the clip of when John got resurrected. And remember when Melisandre was like, what did you see? Like, what do you remember? Like, do you remember anything after you died? And John said, no, I saw nothing. I saw just darkness, nothing. I shouldn't even be here. So that's what always interests me about Game of Thrones is the Lord of Light and the whole God and how the resurrection and stuff. So I would love to see I think we're gonna get a little piece of that in the future episodes, of a little bit more insight of what this is all about and what's the meaning of bringing these two back to life.
Well, I was just gonna say too, like I saw on the preview for the next episode, I mean, you have them all basically coming in front of the White Walkers. They all come in front of them, and then you see John just running for his life. And it's just John, and everyone. Where's everyone else? Where's Davo? Where's the Hound? Where's the bastard kid? Like they're all fighting. So
did Davos go with them? Davos is behind, I thought.
Oh, maybe he's behind. Maybe I thought he went with them, but
no, I don't think he went with them.
But like you see John running, it's just like something goes wrong. Something definitely goes wrong.
Oh hell
so
yeah!
It's just like So I'm interested. Like I think this is my brand prediction for like I think the leader of the White Walkers. I think he's actually going to speak. I think he's actually going to say something.
Maybe.
I think that he's gonna say something, at least maybe just one word. But I think he's gonna say something to John, and then John is just like freaked out or something. Or maybe they succeed and maybe they do get a White Walker. But honestly, but honestly, I don't think that Cersei, how she is, she's not gonna if she does invite them to the kingdom, to the capital, dude, they're good as dead. Girl is gonna betray them the second she sees them, or maybe open fire.
She's gonna betray them for sure, but she's gonna take her time. I think she's gonna do it when the battle gets the most heated. I think she knows she's lost the battles. I think she doesn't have an army, like Jamie said. You're done. Our army's done. The gold, the Thraken is going to destroy anybody we put in front of them. So how is Cersei playing this? He's playing, like she said, like her father. She's going to scheme her way to either she knows that to end this war is to kill Daenerys. Yeah. She's going to try to sneakily kill Daenerys. It's not going to be this season. It's going to be the final season. Like I said, it's going to be, they're going to take care of the Night King and the White Walkers first, and then they're going to go fight for the throne. But I think Cersei's going to say, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go along the ride for now, and then, but while we're going along the ride, I'll just try my little attempts here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
Also, as the Night King talking, that'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting if he did say something. Especially, this is the second kind of meetup that him and John has had. That's what I love about John. John is not sitting around. He doesn't like let anybody else like go out there. Like, he's a king. I guess the best thing about that is like Wonder Woman. Remember when Wonder Woman was like everybody's like, oh, you just let your soldiers die. You're not a real you're not a real whatever. You shouldn't be leading because you're not you should be honored to die with your people. And that's what John is basically doing. He's going in there, and if he dies, he's dying with he's getting his hands dirty.
Even though John's a king, in the back of his mind, I still think that he still thinks that he's that bastard that no one and he was all his life, he was he was royalty, he was all kind of royalty, he was raised with them, had money, had all that stuff, but in the end when he was at the wall, he still said, hey, I still have to I still have to put my own weight, I still have to do my own, I'm not gonna let no one sit around because no one did anything for me. So with John, like I think his sense is like I'm a king, but yet I'm a soldier at the same time. Like I gotta fight with my people. I'm not gonna just sit back while everyone else is doing everything. I want to help.
For sure, yeah. And then, like you said, like he said it himself. He never wanted to be king. He's just trying to his best for the people. So the one little thing too to talk about in this episode before we start ending this podcast is, like I said in previous podcasts, and like I'm saying again, Daenerys, after the whole John petting Drago, and they have a little conversation, about whether she should have burned. Because we didn't talk too much about Sam's brother and dad getting burnt. It's not too much to say. Daenerys is doing a little Mad King kind of ways. I think she'll go back in a straight line. Honestly, it's just a little hiccup. It's a little, of course. This is kind of her first kind of huge ass, like, it's time, this is the time to try to get the throne. So people are going to die. Tyrion knew that. I will say that Daenerys is a little bit of a hypocrite, saying either you bend the knee or you die. So you're basically having these guys be your slave. Just let them carry on. Just let them
out
get
of fear.
Here.
Yeah.
She even said, I'm not here to murder people, and I'm not here to, make children be fatherless or whatever. But she it looks like it. It's like there's really no choice in the matter.
Well, she kind of had to set an example. Like she's all like, well, if I say okay, I'll have you enslaved, that's her being a hypocrite also, because she freed all the slaves. That's in her name. She freed all those people from being slaves. And so like she said, well, if I enslave them, then I'm being a hypocrite too, because now I'm having slaves.
Technically, she kind of is, though. She kind of gave them no choice. Like, who the hell wants to die? I have to serve a queen, or of course I'm going to serve you because I don't want to die. I don't want to be burnt, and the worst way possible too. That's a problem.
Yeah. Well, so this is the way I look at it. This is the way I see it. They see what's under what's life under Cersei's rule is. It's bad. Like they're not treated well. Even the soldiers. We saw like with Ed Sheeran's little merry men right there. They were leaving because they were tired of the Lannisters. They didn't want to be Lannister army no more. So I'm pretty sure in the group, there's been a lot of the army. There's been a lot of people, I don't want to be here. And then they see, okay, they do it out of fear at first, but then they go, life's not so bad on Daenerys. She treats us well. Like in Cersei. Mean ass bitch. There
was only one little moment when we saw those guys.
I'm gonna say this right now. I am a little slow. I'm gonna tell you why. That was Sam's father and brother that was just burned by Drago, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Wow, dude. I don't know why that didn't click until like right now. I was just like, wait, that's Sam's brother? Oh, it is. I was like, dude,
It
That's my
is.
bad.
It is.
That's my bad.
Tyrion did say, like, one household had to suffer. Don't let don't have this household die. But no, it's not dead. Sam's still alive. And that's, once again, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like maybe foreshadowing,
Yeah.
because Tyrion was the son that the what's his name didn't want, and Sam's dad never wanted him. Like, he always thought of him as fat and never wanted to give him anything. And now Sam's the only one left in the house.
You know what? I just had a thought. Sam's gonna figure out. Of course, he is gonna figure out that his dad and his brother are dead.
Yeah,
he is the rightful heir because there's no like secondary blood. No, he is that, and he's gonna gather that army.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's gonna fight with Jon because him and Jon are best buds.
Yeah,
So definitely, and he has the Valyrian steel sword. But really quick, I want to talk about Sam a little bit. Just when he was in hearing what the Maesters were talking about, he was telling them, like, they'll listen to you. Send word. Let's get this going. Let's get this whole like White Walker thing. Let's let people know. People will gather their armies and send to Jon. He has so many good ideas, but the Maesters don't see him because, one, they have egos. Two, they think that, he's a young guy, he doesn't know anything. But my favorite scene throughout this whole entire episode was just Sam stealing basically again, stealing everything. And then when he looks back at the spire, at the main library, he's leaving what he wanted to do. He's leaving that behind to go help. And I just thought that was a really good scene when he just looks back. And then when Tilly asks him, but you always wanted to be a maester, in her own simple way. Yeah. you always wanted to be a maester. Are you sure you want to do this? And then he looks back. I don't want to be like the guy who reads about all these great people. I want to be that great person that did this. I want to do this. And I honestly thought that was a really good scene at the end when Sam just basically, I'm going to go help Jon. I got the material to go help Jon. My ass is going to Winterfell.
Dude, you just nailed it. You need to make a video on that. You need to make a video on, because I think you're absolutely right. I think he is going to well, I guess that was the army though that absolutely got blown up, didn't it? By the dragon?
No, that was the Lannister army. They were all Lannisters.
Were they though?
I think so.
But I think you're right. If there is still an army, I think you're absolutely right. I think Sam is going to gather that army and he's going to help out Jon. Yeah. I love Sam. I love that. I love, a lot of people have been sacrificing a lot of stuff in this series, and Sam had to sacrifice. I think those Maesters are going to die. Somehow. I feel like they're gonna die somehow, but
that spire is so tall. Like, dude, the dragon's like, how can he not see it? One, and that's a tall building. I'm gonna destroy it because I want to.
I loved Sam in this episode. Sam finally some result, and what? Sam is a character that I didn't like in the very beginning, but I grew to really like this character. Yeah, he's such a huge help to Jon, and he's such a huge help to this war. And I love how he, like you said, he just said, no more. I'm going out. I'm going to do something for a change. Like, actually do something. I did do something here, but I won't. I could really do something if I steal a bunch of books and do something.
And I sold my father's sword that he doesn't know about.
That's true. Yeah. Well, he's dead now, so it don't matter.
Yeah, he's dead now. So it's my sword. So it's fine. It's fine.
What I wanted to say too was I'm going to bring this back because this is probably a little bit last piece of it. I think we covered almost everything, right?
Yeah, we did.
We covered pretty much almost everything. It was a fantastic episode.
It was.
So I'm going to bring this back up because this is huge. I still think this is huge. I still think this is they're not fully sharing this to Daenerys and Tyrion for a reason. Mm-hmm. So when Jon is done petting Drago, and then him and Daenerys are having a conversation, and they're walking, and then when Daenerys says, "What was that thing where Sir Davos said that you took a knife to the heart?" And Jon said, Jon says, "Oh, Sir Davos is, he's kind of this and that." And then Daenerys is like, "So it's figure of speech." And then Jon's like, and then they get cut off.
Yeah.
why are they holding that information so much to Daenerys and Tyrion? There is a reason why the writers are doing this. There's a reason why the show hasn't done this, said this yet.
Yeah.
What is this reason? I'm so curious. And if the people know, if you guys know about that, comment below and let us
Yeah,
know.
definitely. Comment below. Yeah.
It's been bugging the shit out of me because there's a reason why they have not said this. The writers are they're 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 doing it on purpose. They're doing it on purpose where they're not really telling Daenerys, why he got stabbed in the heart. I think there is also a lot of theories going out there too, and there's a lot of mythos about something about the true the original kind of prince who came, the prince who was supposed to come, like the John is the reincarnation of him, this and that. There's a lot of things that could be told from the past, of things in Game of Thrones, but I'm very interested to see what that's all about and where that's going to lead to.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, there has to be a reason because they have, if there wasn't a reason why they're holding that back, they would have said it.
Yeah.
And, but who knows? Maybe it has to do with something with him being reincarnated, maybe because, he's ice, she's fire, maybe it has to do something with that,
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if people are wondering where Ghost is, they did mention Ghost in this episode.
Oh yeah, they did mention Ghost. Yeah,
I love Ghost, and I'm very sad to see that Ghost, because of the budget reasons, why we don't see Ghost too much, because it's and then the actual dog who played Ghost is passed away, unfortunately.
Oh.
So and they're trying to look for a replacement, I think, but that's why you don't see Ghost too often. But they did mention, if you guys missed it, they did mention Ghost in this episode, where it's actually Sansa and Arya who are walking towards her corridors, and Sansa says, the people, we're not going to wait for Jon. We're not Ghost, waiting here in Winterfell for Jon. So at this point, Ghost is actually at Winterfell. So just
so Ghost is there, which is cool. I love Ghost. Yeah, Ghost.
I love Ghost.
Yeah, he's all white. He's a beautiful direwolf.
As much as I love Jon petting that dragon, I feel like Jon and Ghost, they're tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah. Well, they grew up together.
All right, man. I think that's a good stopping. I think we covered a lot of the episode, broke it down. Predictions of the next episode. I think we both said that a lot of people are going to die next episode.
Yeah.
I think we might get some Grey Worm in next episode. We might get some more Uncle Greyjoy. I mean, what's Uncle Greyjoy up to? Theon, what's up with Theon? We haven't seen Theon for a little bit.
I can't stand Theon, dude. Honestly, Theon's just a dumbass who needs to die. Honestly, I mean, the character's great. I mean, I have nothing against the actor. He's a great guy, but I mean, not the character. It's just that Theon. I understand you lost your balls. But come on, dude. That's your sister. She tried to go save you, but I think what I think that he's gonna do his own mission where he's gonna go and try to save his sister.
Yeah.
But she's been raped so many times already. There's probably not even a sister anymore.
All bad.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I think that we're gonna see a lot of the secondary characters next episode. I think we might see a little bit more of Bran, Arya, and Sansa in next episode too. A little bit more of Littlefinger, trying to get Arya to betray Sansa.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to see maybe some Brienne in there. We're going to see a lot of the secondary. I feel like this is the episode where we're going to see a lot of the secondary characters, and we're going to see the big battle at the end, or not even battle, the capture of the White Walker, and hopefully it's going to be fantastic. I think it will.
Yes.
Be,
but I mean, isn't there only 8 episodes in this season?
Yeah, so we only have a couple episodes left. It's sad to see. That's why I said that Game of Thrones, HBO should have stretched out this episode, because I really do think there's a problem with the pacing.
Have you noticed that they've been doing that?
What?
With I mean, sorry to go on a different thing, but have you noticed that they've been doing that? They don't do full 10 episodes anymore because sorry to go off on a different thing really quick. But Netflix is only making The Defenders 8 episodes also. I noticed that a lot of people have dialed back on their whole 10-episode thing. They're not doing 10 episodes anymore.
Yeah, and then it's also budget reasons too. You don't have to spend too much money on a 10-episode season. But I think Game of Thrones is it's a show that requires 10 episodes.
Yeah, it does.
Dying here. But there was some There's some like there's some TV shows, especially like anime, where I'll say like give me 12 episodes. That's all you need. I don't need like a full like 100. Even 24 stretching it out a little bit. Just give me a full 12. Like some series on Netflix, just give me 10 episodes, fine. Some series do work with 8 episodes. I can see the Defenders like working for just 8 episodes because it's more of kind of a movie, and we all get it. We all get the
because you're not a fan.
each individual character. I mean, we saw if you have like we know these people. We know Jessica Jones. I don't want to really know about Iron Fist. We know Luke Cage. We know Daredevil. Like we already know these characters, so honestly it's just really now it's the Avengers type movie with that whole series. I don't think it's out yet. I think it comes out this week, doesn't it?
It comes out Friday. Woo!
Yeah. Not too excited for some reason.
Whatever. Shut up.
I'm more excited the Punisher series.
He's gonna be in there.
I know, for like a little cameo.
But dude, we're talking about something else. Let's finish Game of Thrones.
So I can't wait for the next episode of Game of Thrones. I look forward to every Sunday. Yes. Surprised I wasn't drunk last night, but
I'm surprised too. Wow,
I didn't know if I had to work today or not. But absolutely amazing. I think hands down this was my favorite episode of the season. I think there was a lot more going on in this episode, and I think there was a lot of great banter, great chemistry with a lot of characters. I mean, a lot of characters were together, like Tyrion and Gerard or whatever his name is. They finally met back up after the whole grayscale incident, and of course him stealing Tyrion. John meeting the Baratheon bastard and then reminiscing. I thought was amazing. Even Davos meeting reuniting with the Baratheon bastard. You also I mean there's just a lot to love about this episode, and I'm very happy to I'm very happy about this episode. I just still think the pacing's just a little bit off, but we'll see next episode, see how badass that episode is, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Super. What are we working on? I mean, I really do think you need to do that video about Sam and gathering up the armies before anybody else gets it out. Yeah, so get that baby going.
Yeah, I think I will. I think I will do that. I might do that tomorrow or today. I'm not too sure. I am working on. Let's see. I did the Defenders already. I'm gonna do another full comic book version of the Defenders. I just thought about this right now. That I'm gonna do a whole like about the original Defenders, because these aren't the original Defenders.
Yeah.
I do want to do a collaboration with you of just strictly My Hero Academia. We need to get caught up. I need to do it. The reason why I say I want to do it with you mainly because one, you know the fuck out of those names. I cannot say those names for crap, and you know them all.
Since I watched it already.
But the only one I know is Deku. That's the only one I know. So I want to work on that, and I also want to do a collab with Taylor on Ghost Rider. I think that'll be a really good one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then you need to tell Jazz about. You need to talk about what's it called, Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna do one with Jazz, Rick and Morty. Maybe all three of us. We
should do it today.
Well, if we can. I mean, she gets off at 5.
I know. We'll talk about that after this. All right. So we might get another podcast going later on today because I just watched the new episode of Rick and Morty and
I haven't seen it yet. So
watch it, dude. Watch it. It's on Facebook.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who put it on Facebook?
I did.
All right then.
All right. So till next week.
One more thing. I'm still doing my contest. I'm gonna be announcing the winner this Friday. People had all this time to put in comments. Still got time. All you have to do is go to Super Nerd 81, my channel. Like and subscribe to my channel. Put hashtag Gwenpool in any one of those comment sections, and that automatically enters you to win. And I will be picking a winner at random. Whoever wins. It's all random.
Yeah, and I'll probably get a video going. So and I'll post it on my channel too. So we'll see.
All right, cool.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Until next week, we're gonna have Taylor joining us, and I know she's been dying to talk some Game of Thrones. We're gonna be talking some Rick and Morty maybe later on today. So there's a lot of things. I have to. I know I haven't been posting a lot, so I'm gonna be posting some videos as well. And yeah, so till next time, till we talk more Game of Thrones, I want to thank Super Nerd 81 for joining me.
Thank you for having me here tonight.
All right, and it's today.
Or today. Whatever. All right.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one, and we're out.